bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football.
Try to mute yourself on me, bro.
The New England Patriots. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Jones throwing complete for Harris. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So, Charles. You talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Throwing Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Watson. Flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Watson going to try and run it. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Play action. Jones. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself. You can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And some room to work. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Montgomery. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Patriots are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They try again with Montgomery. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Watson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A final shot before the break. Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Higbee in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score from the 6. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Throw left side, complete. That's Montgomery. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 23. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
Watson now to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing again on second down. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 31. Back to throw. Jones. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. The guard now for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes. He just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you? 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the red zone now, Watson. He'll buy some time right. Wide open receiver complete. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Montgomery. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. Watson going to try and run it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Important extra point up and through. And the lead is now 21-14. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Desmond King picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
From the 6. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones. Pass complete to Shepard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. To throw is Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jones. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were buoyed, Charles,